Take it out. Take it.
But they tell them about them two liar wicked man. To bring your greetings right now is the acting mayor of Montego Bay. My very of Montego Bay. Oh, correctly. It's the acting mayor of Montego Bay. Another good product of G2K. My good friend, hard-working councillor, Richard Vernon from Montego Bay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Ministers, yes, Speaker, Mr. Tufton, Members of Parliament, Councillors, Mayor, Councillor candidates, distinguished Labourites, good evening. Show Labourites. This is a time when we gather, but when we do so, it is important that we listen. Because we're living in a time when information is very important. A time when information is skewed in so many ways to benefit some people. So when we gather like this, like a family, we have to listen to the truth. Because you need the truth when you're out there to fight against those persons who come over in some holy orange looking things and talking all sorts of nonsense. It is funny that the stories I hear in St. Elizabeth is similar to what obtains in Montego Bay. The lies, the pipeline stories, the turn on the water and nothing can come out of it. Only we alone can rain down the shower and ensure that we get growth in this country. I'll tell you two stories. A few years ago, and Minister Davis, he knows the story well. The PNP at the St. James Municipal Corporation sell out our assets. Sell it out. Give up our property that our people must have access to for a fire van. A fire van that cannot respond to a fire. And they talk about corruption. But we don't talk about those things. We get things done. Because in the same space, a few years later, we built the largest fire station in the Western Hemisphere, in the Caribbean. Councillor spoke about the Mud Lake situation. Yes, it is true. They have no love for the vulnerable people of Jamaica. No love. They don't care about you. And that is how they demonstrated it. They took them from Montego Bay, tied them up like animals, put the homeless people on a truck, and brought them here and dumped them like garbage. You know what we did? We built low-income housing, we built shelters, we built infirmary, and we are still adding to the infirmary in St. James so that our most vulnerable people, they have somewhere to stay so that they can get back to a dignified way of life. This is one that we talk about all the time. But not many people understand it because they don't understand the whole mathematics and things. But the Jamaica Labour Party has done some big projects, some big things. The problem is that we have not properly translated those big successes into some small conversations so a lot of people can understand it. And I'll give you one of them. You see that debt thing that we talk about all the time? Just imagine you have $100 to run a country. Just $100 to run a country. Just imagine. That's an example. And all you can spend from that $100 is $30 to pay teachers and doctors and nurses. And use it to fix roads and hospitals and clinics because $70 out of that is to pay debt that the PNP created. And this government took office in 2016 and we worked, we paid our debt. We were very innovative, we find means and ways to cushion the economic stress externally and internally. And we reduced that debt significantly. Yes, my love, significantly. So that now we have way more than $30 to spend. Now we have about $60 to spend. And we're using it to build without borrowing. We're using it to build highways so that people can move from town to town faster, make more money faster, develop your communities faster. We're using it to build health centers, hospitals, so our children can get proper health care. This is what it means. The GDP, big argument and all these things that they're talking about, this is what it means. This is how it affects the lives of the most vulnerable people. But yet they want to come and talk about sometime, I don't know what they're talking about. The smartest of time come and gone. Long time. And it is true. Because if they fix it, we will have nothing to fix. Nothing at all. So labor rights at this point in time, we have to be focused. Do not listen to the lies. Do not get distracted. Go back in your PDs. Double check on your workers. Your indoor. Ensure that they're loyal and committed. Because when the ballots are going in on election day, you have to ensure that it is protected. Ensure that your runners are committed because we need persons to go for the voters. Ensure that your outdoor, they understand the duty. Go back and check for the commitment. So that what we have earned over these years, we can maintain and make it even bigger. Because this is partnership for prosperity and we are getting stronger. Labor rights, God bless you. Knock out.
Thank you, Acting Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon. And you know, our labor rights them not stop working. They work morning, noon, and night. Because when you are a JLP councillor, RMP, worse a minister, we have to work 3 or 4 times as hard as any PNP or the whole of them put together to get the same thing done within the same time. Because PNP lazy, them are profiler, them only in politics with crepe and waffle. But labor rights are workers. Yeah, and I can call Sister Please tonight. It's alright, share my friend. Hey, labor rights are always working. So everyone come now to the microphone because he is a man. And I can tell you, because I don't like to talk about it, my parents used to be able to sit as a picnic. But he's one of the hardest working people in Jamaica. As somebody who used to work with him before, I can tell you, him is just short of a slave driver, but he is no slave master, like some people from the other side. I want to tell you that one of the hardest working people in Jamaica, I have to make him talk now because him just get a call and have an emergency to go and deal with back in his constituency. So hear me now. Help me to welcome your beloved former member of parliament, the Minister of Health and Wellness of Jamaica,
Thank you very much. I feel very much at home. This looks like Pimmy place. But a fly green place. Fly green. Because we are here for your member of parliament and your councillor. I want her to stand up because I love her enough. You love her too? Make sure you love her. Make sure you preserve her. Make sure she's your continued councillor after the party leader calling. Good to see you with me. Yeah man, we love you too, but we see how we are applying these shirts, so we know you love him too, alright? The same work. We are one big happy family. And I want you to understand that. Middle Quarters is not just shrimp country, it's Labour Party country. So, while there's so many people here, I have to recognize everybody. The chairman Colin, I remember when he was in Nappy, I was telling the truth. Diaper. Because me I go way back to Manchester. And yes, we know him mother and him father. So if him take any step with it, just call me. Alright, I mean it. As much as I'm out mouth. But if he's a loyal Labourite, he's a good Jamaican, and he fight for the rights of the working class of this country. Give a big up for it, please. All the colleagues on the platform, too many to mention. My members of parliament colleagues, I see Miller, I see Witter, I see Morrison, I see Slowly, I see Davis, I see Lee, I see Davis, I see Green, of course. Who else is here? Clark, oh my God, yes, you see, that's why I was. Let's see, I called Slowly already, man, I called Slowly. Well, let me tell you something. Southwest St. Elizabeth and the Brompton Division is very important because no other divisional conference that I know where you have so many members of parliament who are here to support your councillor who clearly deserve the support and deserve to be continuously your representative for this Brompton Division. Give her a big round of applause for her, please, and shout out to all of you. Of course, and I'm going to mention the councillors because there are so many, but I love all of you. But I have to mention the mayor, Derek Sangster, who we go way back. We go way back. The Mountainside Division is Labour Party country. And Derek Sangster, former member of parliament, minister of state, and current his worship the mayor, is an institution in these parts. And I have to recognize the former mayor, Jeremy Palmer, who gave a history lesson which all of us must take note for. Because guess what? We can't make the PNP out argue us. You must inform yourself with information. Yes! And that information concludes one way. The Labour Party is better for this country than the PNP. So, I want to say a couple of things, and I'm going to take long because you have a whole heap of guest speakers, right? And I do have an emergency, and I apologize because I like to spend time with you. First of all, health is in good hands under the Andrew Holness government. And health here in St. Elizabeth Southwest is in good hands under Member of Parliament Floyd Green and Witness Smith, your councillor, and the other JLP councillors and representatives in this country. I tell you something. In this constituency, in this division, you have 5 Spend, Prospect, and Middle Quarters, health centers. And Whitney call me every day till she annoying, but she pretty some entertaining, right? Asking me to represent her to upgrade the health centers in these parts, adding doctors, sprucing up. Right now, she have a couple $1 million to get to this very health center here in Brompton. Because of her representation, not me, hers. Because I'm not on the ground anymore, me up there so. I won't know all the place. She know what you are experiencing, so she representing you. And let me tell you something, no PNP can represent the Brompton Division like our Whitney can represent this. And I go further. Floyd Green, as your member of parliament, Dr. Hospital is the best looking hospital. I know not any other hospital where tourists come there and stand across the road to take pictures. This is a hospital and it's because of Floyd Green's representation. The point I'm making is that you have good representation. And if it ain't broken, don't try to fix it. You are the converted, that's why you are here. Your job it is to go out and convert others. To ensure that they recognize that despite any challenges they have, we are better off under the Jamaica Labour Party, Floyd Green, and this lady right here with me for the representation that you deserve. Let me say a couple of things. I'm just going to make 3 quick points, and then I'm going to leave you. And I'm sorry to go, because I wanted to drink some spirits with you. I mean, it's not it, so I can't tell you what kind of spirit. It's clear on it, so it looks like water. How is that? But let me just say this. It is a bad thing. We have a local government election coming up according to Andrew Holness, the party leader. Him saying going to call it when it is due. That's all we need to hear, right? And him run the thing, you know. I will respect him, I will love him, I will support him. I want to hear show up for that. Exactly. And he said when it's due, he's going to call it. So, the lady on the bridge right now, based on what the party leader said, is Witness Smith. And we're going to recognize her and respect her and support her. It is a bad thing if Jamaica has a PNP Parish Councillor Municipal Authority and a Jamaica Labour Party government. I want you to understand me in a reason with you and I want you to hear the message. Because if we make the mistake and make the PNP fields and them control the St. Elizabeth Parish Council, remember we said mistake, they are going to sabotage the government of Andrew Holness. Yes. And the progress that you expect, you are not going to get. Yes. We need the synergy of the local municipal authority to support the work of the government of the Jamaica Labour Party. And you need to tell your neighbor and your friend that when it comes, when it is called, we have to return this young lady right here. And when Eric Sams or somebody else as mayor, we have to return the Labour Party to control the municipal authority so that Andrew Holness and the cabinet of the Jamaica Labour Party can continue the work of this government. I want to say one other thing. It's not that PNP is doing well in Jamaica. It's not that Jamaicans are excited about the PNP, are excited about the gentleman who said he's their leader, and he's their leader. That's our leader, their leader. We must be careful as Labourites that we do not allow them to win by default.
They will sink his ship.
You understand what that means? You know what default means? Default means we take things for granted.
Yeah.
We don't go out and sell the party to our neighbor and our friends. We don't come out when election is called. Whether because we win already or we upset with somebody and make them squeeze through the group. Not because they're good, but because we decide, say, we are sulk, we vex, or we complacent. Can I tell you something? I lift my hands up here today. And you know, God works in mysterious ways. Because I'm alright in St. Catherine West Central. And Floyd Green is alright in Southwest St. But I lost Southwest St. Elizabeth because of complacency.
Yes.
Don't make it happen to this lady right here. Because we have enough Labourites to retain the Brompton Division and for Floyd Green to retain Southwest St. Elizabeth when that time comes in a year or a year and a half time. Tell your neighbor and tell your friend, we're better under the Jamaica Labour Party government. You know, I want to say one other thing. This is my third point. Because I hear the debate. This debate that is taking place about growth and poverty is a debate that I don't think is necessary. In fact, I have a message to my colleague and my friend who I respect a lot, the clean Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark. Let's say show a labor rights for Nigel Clark. Stop arguing with them people that talk about growth versus poverty and claiming so we have growth but we have poverty at the same time, and how you explain it. It's one simple explanation. One simple explanation. You have to have growth before you solve poverty. You have to grow the economy before you address the people who are poor. We don't need to get into a hyperluted PhD type of conversation. Under this Andrew Wallace administration, we have grown the economy like any other administration, and the mango upon the tree, the mango are ripe. Don't listen to the voodoo economics about the fluxy mango. The Jamaican people are better off under the Jamaica Labour Party because of how we are. So growth come before we solve poverty. We don't need to get into the numbers and the formulas. Just understand that and take that to your neighbor and to your friend. Labour rights. This Jamaica that we live in has its problems. We still have problems in health, you know. The truth is that we have done more for health than any other administration since independence. And it's not about me, because I'm part of a team. I get instructions and I get support. And I go out there and I do my work. When we became government, we had Chick V. They never know how to handle it. That is what get them out of power. Because they were running around and spinning like a gate. They never know what to do. We took it and we solved it. Then we got Zigbee. We solved it. Then we got 1 year of a dengue outbreak, 2019. We solved it. Then we had the big one, COVID. We solved it. Now, then we had Cornwall regional collapse. We're still solving it. We have spent more money in public health than any other administration. We have built more buildings than any other administration. And last week, you would have heard that we employ over 700 more doctors across the health system, across the length and breadth of Jamaica, including St. Elizabeth, to address the sick profile of our population. The truth is, it is still difficult, and I'm not going to resign from that because we must talk the truth. Part of the problem is that we have more sick people than we ever had before. So we need more doctors and more hospitals to solve that problem. But we are not unwilling to do it. And the truth is that they would not have done what we are doing today. So you need to understand, as labor rights, that we have to carry the message to people and say, it's not perfect, but it is better under labor any day of the week, any night of the week, any time at all. And you in St. Elizabeth will know that because you're seeing the manifestations of that in the health centers and in the Black River Hospital. I challenge you and I charge you. Let us continue on this journey. Because to stop this journey is to make the Jamaican people worse off. I'm making a passionate plea to you. Don't allow anything or anyone to sidestep you from the vision of a Labour Party that will carry this country to the prosperity that it deserves. And we're on our way. We're doing well. And don't make no voodoo economics fool you up or make you have doubts about what we're doing. Prosperity comes first before we solve the poverty issue. And we are on our way to prosperity to make it work. Labour rights, this is the lady. I want you to stand up and I want you to hold your hand up in the air and I want you to show the Labour Party side and support for the next councillor in the next election. We love her, we support her, and we're going to give her every single support to ensure that when the time comes, God bless you, Labour rights. One love. Love you always. You need to walk on. Love you on the inside. This is what we do.
Thank you to your former Member of Parliament, hard-working Minister of Health and Wellness, and Member of Parliament for West Central, St. Catherine. Big up every time, Dr. the Honorable Christopher Tufton. Your next speaker is no stranger again to you. He's somebody who has been doing battle against the wicked lion PNP for the last 4+ decades. Is somebody who has been a loyal and faithful soldier and servant for the Jamaica Labour Party. He is the marshal and captain of the ship of councillors in the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. A man who went into the battlefield when man did afraid to dance and them walk because gunshot used to fire left, right, and center. A man who stand up in the fight against the wicked. A man who has never once let the Labour Party down. A man who nobody can say ever come in a politics and pick $1. Because it is no criminal. Welcome to the platform, the mayor of Black River, former member of Parliament, Derek Saxon.
Thank you, Pepperad. Because I'm calling Virgo. Everybody know what Pepperad means. Everybody, hot pepper. My friend Dr. Christopher Tufton has left us. My own member of Parliament, Honorable Floyd Green, over Davis, I won't call everybody, all the MPs who are here. But I have to make special mention of Leroy Clark, MP. Trust me. Because I look back from the 80s, trust me. He was MP then. But don't hear I can tell you, I'm Frank Peterino. Frank in it too. can tell you about the struggles coming through the 80s and the 90s, like Colin Gerber said. When Labour Party, nobody wanted to be called a Labour right. Those were the years. Councillors, my councillors, former Mayor Jeremy Palmer, councillors of the Municipal Corporation, and visiting councillors from other parishes, acting mayor or deputy mayor of Montego Bay, council caretakers, but I prefer to say councillors to be after the parish council elections, not just council caretakers. Because Dr. Bamadeli, Vadina Pence, Delroy Hutchinson, they will be councillors. Dr. Carl White, they will be councillors after the next municipal corporation election. As a preferred part, I'm going to sit down and hold this again. Easy to sit down. And you go to anybody, special mention for Action Man. Action Man, you have shares in a Facebook, no sir? But give me one half in the shares, no? Because I like it on Facebook like you know. Trust me. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my hostess for tonight, my girlfriend, councillor, witness Miss Corey. Hold on. You're not going to sound. My wife and my sweetheart must be ready. Because that is the only way the jealousy will end. Seriously. My good friend, councillor, Whitney Corey. And let me tell you, we're not stay down with you because while we go on funeral today, you know, Floyd told him inside, let's go talk about so many funeral here. Oh, them go on too long. Let me tell you. And the heat, I come out to get a headache. I don't know what they are getting a headache. But I said, neither snow nor storm will keep me away from being here with Auntie Whitney tonight. Liberites, friends, with a large here tonight in Brompton Division, and more specifically in the middle quarters, almost one call it home. You know this coming parish council elections is going to be a measuring stick for the government of the Jamaica Labour Party. Over the years, we have tended to have a slow and low turnout for the parish council elections. But what I come here tonight to say to us is that this upcoming local elections, we are going to have to demonstrate a difference in terms of our voter turnout. Because not only is it going to be a measuring stick on the councillors of the St. Elizabeth Parish Council and the entire island, but it's going to also be a reflection and to how people are thinking on the performance of the government of Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. So we're going to have to endeavor to put aside the couscous, to put aside the quarreling, to put aside the vexation, to put aside the grumbling. Who don't get this? Who makes me Whitney? Who don't like Whitney? And make sure we put our neighbor and ourselves to vote and vote in the next parish council election. No member of parliament can function properly if he don't have the council of his own party in the constituency supporting him. After the last parish council elections, we had 9 parishes. Now we're down to 8. Why are we down to 8? Because we lost St. Thomas. St. Thomas now has a PNP mayor when we start out a JLP mayor. And why we lost St. Thomas? Because the majority was slim. We only had one majority. in the St. Thomas Parish Council. One councillor died and throws into a tailspin. We cannot allow this sort of thing to happen. We endeavor that we keep a clear majority in our parish councils to ensure that we can give the necessary support to the members of Parliament and the government of Andrew Holness to carry on the work that the Labour Party is doing. We're going to take more seats here in St. Elizabeth. We're going to take Westmoreland. The party wants to take Westmoreland in the parish council. We want to ensure that the parishes are controlled by councils of the Jamaica Labour Party to give the full backing to the government of the Jamaica Labour Party. So tonight, I want to beg you, when we leave here, we're going to put aside all the vexation. I'm not going to fool yourself. I'm going to fool yourself. The vexation out there. Plenty of them can't know over time. And I complain about with it. And I grumble about the party. Just because one little thing was done. You can do 100 things, you know. But the one little something you don't do is what causes the vexation. The elections are due by February. So we have to ensure that we're going to go out there, consolidate ourselves, give ourselves a rebirth to ensure that Whitney can go back as the councillor for the Brompton Division to give the necessary support to Floyd Green when the general election shall have come, to ensure that Andrew Holness can get the third term of the government of the Jamaica Labour Party to continue the prosperity in Jamaica. On the larger scale, this government is building out Jamaica greater than any other government. One example I can give you, I said Chris gone. And I'm coming down because we can tell me from the weekend and say, boy, they want to limit everybody to 3 minutes. Because we have so many speakers. All the members of Parliament are come here. The PNP were in power for 18 years. And the Cornwall Regional Hospital, they never sought to refurbish it. They never sought to address the problems here. But the greatest health minister that Jamaica has ever seen in the image of Dr. Christopher Tufton is now refurbishing the Cornwall Regional Hospital, building a children's hospital for greater health service to the people of Jamaica. And all the PNP can say, boy, it take too long. Why them never do it when they was in power? Why them never take a shorter time and do it? Because they never had the will. They never had the financial management to do it. Like what a government of the Jamaica Labour Party has. And this is what Jamaica must take step and observe. This Jamaica Labour Party is about building out Jamaica for the next 100 years. Look at the roads. The roads that we drive on now were built some 150 years ago or 100 years ago. No one envisaged at that time. No one foreseen at that time that we'd have trailers and large equipment traveling on our roads. Andrew Holness and this government are now on a plan, already completed many roads, to build out a road infrastructure that will serve this country for the next 100 years, to be able to compete with any developed country in the world. This is Jamaica. Our financial stability is greater than many other countries around us, many other developed countries. Just last week, another agency gave us an upgrade in terms of our economic progress. How many people remember that during the pandemic, this government gave out to people $10,000 to hundreds and hundreds of Jamaicans during the pandemic in terms of financial assistance? Just the other day, a lady came to me and she said, but Mr. Officer, I remember when the government, I believe she borderline, I'm not going to say she a full year bride. She said, you know, it's a prayer from me born. Never say government give back people money like what the Labour Party government do in 2020. These are the things that we as a people have to try and sell to the faith and the weak. These are the things that we are supporters and key workers of the party have to go out here and encourage our brethren, our neighbors, to stand fast, to keep the faith until the day of election, to give the support to Whitney, and when General comes to Floyd, to ensure that the Jamaica Labour Party can continue the prosperity in this beautiful country of ours. So tonight, I don't want to take any more time because we must come. Whitney, I'm proud of you tonight. I'm proud of what I see here tonight. And if there's any doubt in anybody's mind that Whitney is in charge of the Brompton division, tonight we'll lay to rest those fears, those doubts, and re-energize the people of the Brompton division that Whitney is the person to continue as the councillor for the Brompton division to continue to create the prosperity for the Jamaica Labour Party. Liberites, we'll be out here. We'll be out here to help Whitney. We'll be out here to help all the other councillors. We'll be out here to help all the other candidates when the bell rings and when the elections are called. Until then, I said to you, one love, keep the faith. Remember that the Jamaica Labour Party, remember that Andrew Holness is the best solution for Jamaica and the best solution to continue the prosperity in Jamaica for the future and for the future of our children. God bless you. Have a good evening.
Maximum respect every time for our hard work in here. Our beloved long-serving JP Taiwan, Eric Sangster. Our next speaker is a son of the soil of St. Elizabeth. Bright, hard-working accountant and auditor. Could have been the Auditor General of Jamaica. But he is in the private sector, so nobody can call him name because he don't get paid by government money. Help me to welcome to the microphone to bring greetings on behalf of G2K, the president of G2K, from the side of St. Elizabeth, Shane Carr. Show our labor rights. Show our family. Show our family. Alright. Let me greet all the member of parliaments, councillors in waiting. I greet you all. But most importantly, let me greet you, the supporters and the workers of the greatest political party, the Jamaica Labour Party. Colin mentioned that I am a son of the soil. In fact, before I came here, my mother told me to pick up all the Smiths and all the cars for my family. Now, I am a proud Labourite, and I say that with no apologies. You have Labourites, and you have proud Labourites. And I am proud to be a part of this party, because it's a party of action. It's not a party of just talk. It's not a party of just hype. And the young people of Jamaica are confident that they're in good hands, that the future of Jamaica is in good hands. This Jamaica Labour Party recognizes that every young man, every young woman wants to own a house. This Jamaica Labour Party recognizes that not everybody will be able to afford it based on how the system was.
So the Prime Minister instructed for the NHD to increase what young professionals can get from the NHD. The Prime Minister also instructed that 2 or 3 persons, you, your auntie, your cousin, can apply for a loan from the NHD to get a roof over your head to call your own. That's a party of action. Young people are in good hands. I know in a lot of these communities, we have a lot of tradesmen, we have carpenters, we have mechanics, and we know how important you are to the economy. The previous speaker spoke about how the economy has grown. And these categories of people are important in the growth of the economy to address poverty. So what did we do as a party? What did we do as a government? We ensured that these trade persons can now go to art and free of cost up to an associate degree level, you can be qualified. You can get a job without any problems right across the region, not only Jamaica. When have you ever heard a government, an administration care that much about young people, care that much about the professions, care that much about trade people in our community? When I look at the platform here, and from that we talk about quality of representation. Witness Smith Corey is one of my members. In fact, she's in charge of the St. Elizabeth chapter. And the passion of Witness Smith in representing this division is unmatched, is unquestionable. When we talk in G2K meetings, I have to say, Witness, this is not Parish mostly. So I don't know where you come here lobbying for Brompton Division. But it shows how much she cares about the people of Brompton Division. Give it up for Witness Smith Corey. I don't usually talk about what the other side is saying too much. But they are deceiving or trying to deceive our young people.
That's their
duty.
deceiving
And they are trying to confuse our young people.
That's their character.
This week, you hear one say one thing, next week you hear one say another thing. There's one that said it's because of their party why the new level the highway was open. 1 week after that, they said the highway should not have been opened. The leader of that party said it's because of the programs that they put in place why the economy is as good as it is now. 2 weeks after that, one of his educated soldiers said the programs that are here now are driving young people into poverty. Confusion at its best. Confusion at its best. And when I listen to the utterances of that young man, well educated, but the utterances is not that bright one of a bright person. You can be educated, but not bright. But the use of that education, the utterances that come out of your mouth based on that education is what determines whether or not you're bright. The deputy mayor said earlier, we need to listen. And not only listen what we're saying here tonight, but when you're out here, be vigilant. Listen what they are saying and you will recognize that they are a confused sect. They are a deceitful sect. And young people, you are their targets. So labor rights, support Whitney Smith Corey. Its representation at its best. You were involved for 20 years. And Whitney Smith have now represented you well. A lot of people did not hear about Brompton Division before 2016. I can tell you that. That is a fact. That is a fact. Back in the day I used to work at the Parish and I don't know anything about Brompton Division. But Whitney Smith, with your support and with the support of your neighbors, your children, your church brother, your church sister, will be getting a second serve as your counsel. And you will be in good hands. So Levites, you're doing a great job as a government. Your council is doing a great job, but it will take you to do what you are supposed to do to ensure that that great work continues and that the Jamaican Labour Party continues to take care of Jamaica's business. Show our Levites.
President of UK, show our Labour rights. Show our Labour rights. Look at man, no one here when the man say about the boy now. Because coming like going on the body jump and they go walk around and tell pure line. Left, right and center, all man look and walk and tell line. The DNP have no plan for Jamaica. No plan to move the country forward. When you ask them, what is your plan for the economy? Cost control. When you ask them, what is your plan for education? Cost control. When you ask them, what is your plan for health? Cost control. When you ask them, what is your plan for transport? Cost control. When you ask them, what is your plan for mining? Cost control. When you ask them, what is your plan for agriculture? Cost control. When you ask them, what is your plan? Oh my God Almighty! Hey, welcome, my sister, my beloved, member of Parliament, from the streets of my birth, my good friend, the founding president of the Sharpwood chapter of G2K, the beautiful, the lady who kick out the Dutchman's head. Hold on, my friend. So hear me now. Your next speaker remind me, well, Rhoda remind me so much of her. Because, let me give you a little history. When we started the first chapter of G2K up at UWI, those were days.
Yes, one.
Aye. The labor them on the outside who did that chat and carry on and listen, come on, I don't know. Come on, I don't know the things we talk and tell them the dirty liar can't be them. Because they do wicked. And they want to come around and tell people pure liar and never believe them. So they want to know here. The same way when we are chat, Susan chat, that's it. And so they want to know here. The facts that they can go back and tell them. Hear me now. Your next speaker. In those days, when people is afraid to talk to them on labor rights, when we were at university and we have start the first chapter of G2K, couldn't get a room on the campus for a meeting, you know, to hold them disrespectful. Because the whole out there, them claims says the PNP 13 garrison. We carry Mr. Siaga. Then Lee and Divisional come up there one day and they make we have to take Mr. Siaga, put him under mango tree out of the front of Chancellor Hall because they wouldn't give us a room to meet on the campus. And that's where we have come from. Where we are now, with it easy. And it's not no overnight business. So don't listen to me, listen to me, good or don't take this for granted. And we had a young lady. We signed a young lady from our watch side over UTech. And it's the same problem over there. Threaten the wall and we step around, we do what we are. We damn worried about we come from the campus so we are labor right. And we have started a movement and we have do things and get things done. And she has been a worker from day one until now. She don't come in politics looking nothing like myself, a 2 master's degree she have. She don't dance. Like myself, she have her career long before I'm outside of politics. She don't need none from politics as a matter of fact. She make a pay cut when she turned IMB because she was making 4.
Hey, man!
Not Cross! Not Jamaica Labour Party! If you want to find Cross, look over the PNP
husband. Because behind every strong woman, you know, you have to pick up the strong men and the good men. And we acknowledge you, sir.
Real man.
Minister Floyd Green, the Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth. The mayors, members of Parliament, councillors and councillors caretakers, I bring you greetings from Central and Northwestern. Now, I want to start by mentioning something. I started out, the chairman, Mr. Virgo, boy, I won't even tell you. Boy, you never hear about the fridge? I'm not even going to tell you what kind of fridge you're talking about. Don't make him know your business. It's a leap, MP Miller. I want to say, after leaving G2K, and allow me to big up all the young affiliates here, youth affiliates of the Jamaica Labour Party, G2K, our president, and of course we see members here, Young Jamaica. I then moved on into being a councillor. And you with me from G2K. And let me tell you something, when I stepped into being a councillor, we went in at the same time. One thing that struck me about her was how soulful she was, the passion that she has for the people and for service. You have some people who have the gift of gab, them just talk.
Yes.
But let me tell you something about Whitney Smith Curry. She is not just a talker. She just don't give pretty speeches and just talk. She's a woman of action. Now come to Division. All you need to do is look at her achievements. When I look at her social media, when I look at the road that she do from Shrewsbury to Green Valley, Prospect Road Rehabilitation, the 10 Gent Road, Malcolm Top. The other day I see she doing some drain cleaning up in, what's the name, Citadel, Stellington. But hold on, just as I coming down today, scrolling through, driving down, you see her again post up on pretty carpet, down a first stick road. The people that in my constituency call me the road. But when you're not meaning of the road, are you near the road? So that's a good road with me. She's a hard-working councillor. And after 36 years, the People's National Party has this division. And through her hard work, walking every nook and cranny of this division, helping others, by the way, because even when I was going into my very own constituency, she was there right beside me. And I'm sure many other members of Parliament can attest to that. She worked hard. And you can see it from the amount of street lights she has put up. The hard lobbying and representation that she made so that Crawford Primary School can get that new basic school. 5-step primary. Representation. Now, Labour rights, we cannot afford. She can't do everything in a one term. It's impossible. No. It's impossible. And as much as she would like to do it, because her heart is in the right place, she can't do it all at once.
No, God.
So every good term deserves another. And the reward for good work is more work. So I want to encourage you, when the time comes, Labour rights, you have to put back Councillor Curry back to the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. Not to mention my dear friend and brother Barbara Green. When Colin talked about those days, when I remember when he was just coming into the seat. And if all we have to hitch up in a one car to come down here, we did it. You know why? Because working with him, when he was the G2K president, he had a heart of gold, and his heart was always in the right place and still is today. You see how early he get the name Barbara Green? Yeah. We can't take it for granted, all the work that you're seeing here in the constituency. constituency, it came through representation of your councillor and your member of parliament. Sometimes in parliament, and we all want to get jealous when we hear about all the petrol plane, water system, that county irrigation system for our farmers. Because this is the bread basket constituency, parish. And so the government, through representation of your councillor and your member of parliament, went out and ensured that things are easier. Arable lands can be more fruitful. Feed our nation. These are just some of the things that the governments are doing. I was so early today, asked Gege, me I hear from minutes to 5, because I calculated the time and estimated I would have been here by 6 o'clock. But because I go up on a sweet piece of road, and people are going to put it on the highway speed, it takes about 45 minutes over the whole trip. Ask Gege when they come in the place, they do what a government! Vision! Vision! When you're connecting towns, cities, making it easier for people to travel. Productive time is saved and increased. Labor rights, we have done well in local government. Our councillors have done well. Our minister continues to do well. Our prime minister continues to do well. Our government continues to do well. As a former councillor, I can tell you, never before in history we ever used to get funds allocated to assist with back to school. No, the councillors are currently getting that to assist. That is how Councillor Smith was even able to lobby even more and put together with our MP and did such a very good back to school program. Never before councillors get any assistance to help with housing. And very soon again some social housing may run. You see the work that is happening. Assistant Mayor in St. James spoke about the shopping centers to help our street people. They can get a hot meal. The work across the country in the markets that were deplorable. Fire stations building east, west, north and south. Now tell me, don't you have enough work to go here and talk about? We're not taking anything for granted. Go out there, labor rights. Put heads and hearts together. Full force. Call your neighbor, call your friends, and ensure when the time comes, you return Whitney, Smith, Corey back to the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation, and Floyd, Barbara Green, back as your member of parliament. Labor rights of Southwest St. Elizabeth. Brompton Division. Love you. Thank you.
You just heard from the lady who met the former member of parliament to Northwest Centre. I think they don't know Westmoreland and make PNP a customer say, go away from here, go look one back where you come from, but you know, you don't sit down here. Okay. Our next presenter is a gentleman. You heard me tell you earlier, Dr. Chang teach me 20 years ago that there is no seat in Jamaica that is not a garrison that can't be won by the Jamaica Labour Party. And this man is testament to that. Because when the PNP did cut this seat, put it on already, put it in their back pocket because they believe say for them. They walk on home with it, think of them. And when election night done, them here say them not only lose, but them everywhere come to the microphone. The member of parliament for North East, St. Elizabeth, Delroy, Floyd. Empress, love you, sister. Let's alone.
Watch it down.
Sure! Liberate! Uncle Derek, you take down a while ago. Greetings to all the powerful men and women on the Jamaica Leader Party platform down here. Showerful and powerful. Showerful. Thank you. You don't get this thing on. Stay down. Stay down. Okay, Derek, you took me on. Will you say to get shares on Facebook? Picture up the picture. Get up. Come on! You figure you want to be a woman. But you have to fit, strong, handsome, and full of action. What is it? Action! Man! Yeah, man. You know, I asked for Mr. Virgo to pull me a little forward on the platform because I have to operate as mother and father for my little young girl, Parish, 6 years old. If I don't reach in by a certain time, that little girl are eyes wide open all midnight, waiting for a papa to come home. And so I beg them to just push me up a little bit. Thank you very much. I had to be here to support a good counsel friend. One of the hardest working, now what's a councilwoman? One of the hardest working counselor in Jamaica. Give a round of applause with me. We say without any apology. And it was said before that nobody know about Brompton Division. I never hear anything about Brompton Division in all my life. It's only since my dear sister here conquered down there and walk away with it. What they thought they said was a PNP garrison. But she worked and she did what it takes and she took it. There's no division. There's no constituency that we cannot go in and take it down. We did it in northeastern St. Elizabeth, where the PNP believed that they had it locked and had the key. But we took away the key. We take away the key out of the pocket and they never know. Down to the night of the election, they couldn't believe it that we took it. But we took it. And we give God thanks and give Him praise. You know, there's a lot of conversation taking place in the public domain. And my good friend can tell us and remind us how them lie. I won't go there. But there's a little song that I put up together. And we can only sing it and feel good. And say, all the lie them a tell. All the chat them a chat. You don't watch that. Because the people them love with. And they're not gonna leave them. Broke a third term, the conversation about nothing and one. Some of them lies when they are over there. But let me just bring down a little thing. There's a big conversation about debt to GDP. But I just want to give you a small analogy and bring it down so when you go there you can talk to people. Because it is no coincidence that the hospital and car park full of a vehicle. Nurses get big money and I buy new vehicle. It is no coincidence that you see so much road on the vehicle. Everybody nice, police nice, nurse nice, doctor nice, teachers nice. And there's a little conversation about debt to GDP ratio. That's a very significant matter in the measurement of the performance of an economy. So GDP has to do with goods and services produced by the country. Imagine you have a patty shop and you build one patty, but the cost of the patty is $150 a pound. And you can only sell it for $100. What are you going to do? You're going to have to borrow more money to continue in business. And the more you borrow money, the more you have a problem. Or you can increase the price of the patty and you run the customer. So the government had a situation. When we took over the government in 2016, debt to GDP was close to 150%. It means that the country is a business. You are the shareholders and the people who manage the economy, right? They are the directors. So you have the PM and you have the finance ministers and the different ministers. They are the directors. And so the challenge was there. How do you operate? Do you continue to borrow more money and go deeper into it as what the other side was doing? Because every year when the budget was presented, they had to increase taxes. Every year as a businessman, I used to fret about it. And for the past 6 to 7 years, I can relax myself. Every budget presentation, no increase in. And so here what happened. The directors of the company, Jamaica, they said, let's think about the party. $150 to produce it, and you can only sell it for $100. Instead of raising the price, instead of raising taxes, new taxes, what they decided to do, let us be efficient. Let us cut down corruption. And let us save money and reduce the cost of producing every party. So you take it down from 150 to 130 to 120. And now the same party, you can produce it with $70 roughly. And so you're selling it for $100. So you have an excess, you have a profit of $30. And so that is what is happening when you talk about debt to GDP. Coming from where 150 and coming down to about 70%. It means that when you have more profit as a businessman, we can do more things. When you have more profit as a country, you can fix up the road better. You can work on the hospital. The money that has been saved, they use it on the Black River. The tourists come now taking picture of the Black River Hospital. The money that the government saved, they were able to pay the employees. Who are the employees of the country? The public sector, the police, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers. They are the employees of the business of Jamaica. And because the government had more money in the pocket, they were able to pay a big increase. Teachers used to get $50,000, they might get $150,000 and more. Police used to get $70,000, they might get up to $200,000 because there's money in the country. It is as simple as that. The business of Jamaica is doing well. And it is no coincidence.
I traveled the other day, a couple days ago.
And when I come to the airport, so I did this. When I see the lines, them line up to clear immigration, I start to wonder to myself, what is happening here? When I get a little chance, I reach the immigration. Because when you work good and you do good, God favors drop on you, so they get this peace through. Go through like the crew members. And they end up down at the immigration. I say, what's happening? Mr. Boss, people are coming left, right, and center. I just saw it is right now. Jamaica is doing well. Sooner or later, we're going to have to get new airports. See, you have American Airlines decide to fly from Ochiros now. A full Manly full up. A full Sangster full up. And so the airport space is needed because more and more people are coming in. We have a tourism minister. He's the best in the Caribbean, best in the world. We have a finance minister tried, proven, and tested. Jamaica is in good hands. Not to mention a prime minister with steady hands. We give God thanks for our prime minister. Because I believe that it was destined for the Jamaica Labour Party to be in control at a time like this. At a time when we had COVID wrecking the country. Jamaica stood firm because they had steady hands, steady Prime Minister, a steady Health Minister, a steady Finance Minister, that when every other country in the Caribbean laying out, Jamaica was able to keep all of its employees, navigate the ship, and reach ashore. I am happy to be a part of the Jamaica Labour Party. I am proud to be a member of the shore party. And when I look at how many young people now putting on in green shirt and feel proud to be identified as a part of the Jamaica Labour Party, I am proud because it was not always like that. There was a time when Labour rights used to afraid to put on in green shirts. There was a time when they never feel proud. But every Jamaican, including people from the other side, are happy to have a Prime Minister of the quality that we have in our homes. Other nationals over there, other nations are picking up our Prime Minister. Picking up our PM. And so, I would say after Minister Green, a good friend, I will preempt him tonight. We come too far. We come too far to turn back now. One more time. We come too far to turn back now. The business of Jamaica is making profit. And we would be foolish to allow other persons to come in and dip their hands into the cookie jar. God bless you all. Live all right. Labour rights, you never believe that Delroy is a man who just come to politics. Listen to that presentation. Excellent. Member of Parliament for North East St. Elizabeth. Excellent. Our next presenter, though he's younger than Delroy, he is in the politics a long time. My very good friend, former president of the NCU chapter of G2K, former vice president of G2K, member of Parliament from Southeast St. Catherine, my brother Robert Miller. Brompton Laborites! I can't hear you, Brompton Laborites! His worship in here, my colleague members of Parliament, councillors in waiting, and my Laborites from Southwest St. Bess, surely greetings. Now my colleagues made a lot of presentation on the national level. So I'm going to keep it on the local level. I bring you greetings from the best constituency of Southeast St. Catherine. Show you right? And just like my colleagues, I had a pink walk in my constituency today. And I left there 5 to 5 on my way to this meeting. When I touched the Barber Green Road from Maypen to Williamsfield, I'm going to say, look on prosperity, government. It's not by coincidence why I'm here. Your councillor has been a very good friend of mine. I was even privileged to be at the wedding. And we eat some nice food and I eat some nice cake. Yes. And your councillor is very passionate about you. She's always lobbying on your behalf. Like my constituency. Over 43 years. the Jamaica Labour Party has not win South East St. Catherine. The last member of parliament that was there is Kingsley Sanster, and it is a big name. And we created history in September of 2020 to ensure that the Jamaica Labour Party has the jurisdiction of South East St. Catherine. Likewise in the Brompton Division, I am here today because of Whitney, Smith Curry, and indeed she Curry them. Over 36 years, this division has been under bondage. And as my best friend, my good friend, my partner in crime would say, we can't turn back now. I'm coming back to her. But the master of ceremony told me a short while ago, we're coming from far. Colin Berger is very passionate. I know he's down here working with you all.
Yes.
I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot from your member of parliament, Floyd Green, my brother, my partner in crime, and I won't tell you some of the secret there. But when Floyd and Colin was at the University of the West Indies, I was at Northern Caribbean University. I was started with student politics. They were at UA, I was at NCU. And as the master of ceremony told you, that they couldn't have classroom to keep their meetings. At NCU, we had to rent the Thai Center to keep our meetings. Because back then, people were afraid in Manchester, and my sister Rhoda will tell you, they were afraid to put on a green shirt. But now everybody are wear green shirt. Everybody are wear green shirt. And what your member of parliament has done for this constituency in a short period of time, hold on for your victory. Hold him hand and ensure that he is victorious at the next general election. It's not by chance why we have two agriculture, mining and fisheries ministers coming from St. Elizabeth. It's not by chance why we had a former minister with our portfolio for agriculture and fishery as well. And both Minister Witter and Minister Barbara Green is doing a good job in their ministry. 9% was added to the GDP. That's a lot of money. When we talk about export, them used to cost. I said we are import more than we export. And Minister will correct me if needs be. But under this administration, under the jurisdiction of Minister Green and Minister Witter, we have seen over $100 million US added to the coffers of Jamaica because of our export in agriculture. What that can do, that can send your children to school. As my president for G2K, Shane Kerr, stated earlier, that this administration is serious about education. We have given away a lot of scholarships, a lot of grants to ensure that we educate our population. As my counselor stated earlier, Chris, I'm a trained teacher by profession. And the first big salary when teacher gets was when the most honorable Prime Minister was Education Minister in 2008. The salary was moved to 80% of market. And since recently, when they got the big increase, things are gone and they said nothing now gone. I say to you, you sleep and mark it. I say to you, hold on for your victory. I see some people are run up and down. Some red ants are run up all about the place. Like them chop off their head. And them are run round. But if you listen to them keenly, they have no solutions for this country. They have been in government for quite some time, and there's nothing tangible that they can show and say they did this or they did that. You sleep, mark death. I was in Parliament, and one of them very own, I saw Minister Crawford coming from that constituency a short while ago. In calling own a leader Chaka Chaka, because indeed they are Chaka Chaka. And as Terence has stated, that when we're done with them, we have to turn them in a museum. And as we tell you one where I run around in my seat, so when we're done with him, because he is a TikTok, we want to be MP. He claims him a doctor, 6 medicine. When I done with him, we're going to send them to Golden Rehab Center when we're done with them. So I say to you, you sleep, mark death. They have no solutions. You have seen what Whitney Curry has done in this division. You have seen the work that she has been doing. You have heard from the councillors, Sitani Holness and his worship with me at Sandster, how she lobby Funa, how she beg Funa, and she not only begging at the municipal council. You have heard Minister Tufton stating how she calling day in, day out. You want to keep her. You want to ensure that she's victorious at the next local government election whenever it is called. Labour rights, you're sure about her? You're sure about the work that she has been doing? I had to be here to support her. And hence I'm going to ask you all to support her when the time comes, because it doesn't make a sense that we have central government and we do not have the local government. I have 5 divisions, 4 red ants, and 1 labour right. It's rough. But rest assured, when the local government is called, Whitney Smith Curry will be the next councillor for the Brompton division. Show her labour rights. Show her labour rights. Thank you, people. Thank you. Our next speaker is another hard-working labourite. Come up through the trenches from the days when labourites were few and people used to afraid to talk to them about labourite. Is the good friend. And true, me know why she tell me business now talking first. She saved my life already one time in a one by-election in Portland. She and her mother. They work on the remedy and save my life, and I love them to death to this day. Help me welcome to the microphone the Member of Parliament for North East St. Catherine, former Senator Terencia Morrison.
I won't spend a lot of time because we have had several excellent speakers and there are many others after me. But the song that I selected a while ago, that was the song to intro the great Shahid Elizabeth. So I'm telling you this as one Labour woman. We strong, be confident, be fearless in all things. Fearless like she was. And fearless like the Honorable Olivia Bassett. That greatness flows in everyone in the Jamaica Labour Party. So you see, some of us, we like to behave like we knew and like we know it all. But from time to time, we have to tap into the source where the women who walked before us walked. Yeah? So every time you find it difficult, you remember Shaheen. You remember other powerful women who serve. You think of the new women who are here. You remember Bully in front of you. You remember Rhoda over there. You call on Crystal. You call on Tanika. You call on Michelle. You have Councillor Geneva Gordon Bailey. You have Councillor Tanya down there. The journey is a bit different for women. And we have to acknowledge that what I heard. You're a hardworking councillor. You understand the politics and you understand the assignment. You understand that the heart of this is people. And you have to be with the people. I'm proud of you for understanding that. And for you, many of you laborites, I want you to know it's not easy. It's not easy. Sleepless nights. And sometimes you wonder where the resource is going to come from. But you are there. I heard you're always there. And you're always present. Rhoda, tell me that you're a counselor who shows up. And you're a counselor who glows. Glow that prosperity. Be strong, my sister. And let me tell you something. You have some people who go around MC Colin. And they make it appear as though, oh, this is a government. We don't care if people are. Mash down that lie. Now we talk about it now. We can say to them laborites, the reason you believe that nothing not going to the poor is because you're lazy. And you fail to inspire people. You don't understand your role in inspiring people. Say it again. People. They don't even know what is our Father to bring people from poverty to prosperity. And we laborites must never be afraid of saying it. This is the government that has put the plans in place to benefit the poor. Chopper, in my office, I don't see rich people coming into my office. I see poor people getting the new social houses.
That is right.
I see poor people benefiting from education grants. The over 100 university tertiary level students, they are not from the rich. The hundreds of children who got the back to school support, they are poor people. And this government understands what it is to send one picnic go back to school. And let me tell you something, I want to just share something with you from one of my workers. Good night, my MP. Thanking the Minister of Health for making it possible for me to do a test today at Apex 9 a.m. for payment for my test through the Ministry of Health Wellness Program. I could not afford the test, but through the JMP Government Wellness Program. The good work that this government is doing, and the people must know that it is the government that is doing, because the test is $17,500. When we think of the number of people who could not afford health care, we thank this government. And because they are lazy, and they don't know how to walk like Whitney, and what when people around and talk to them, they don't know sometimes when a young man is feeling hopeless and desperate. That's when you tell the young man about the hard training program. That's Because when you want to talk to an old lady who is 75 and over, you are able to tell her about the social pension program for persons with disabilities 75 and over, and ordinary Jamaicans who have not been captured within the safety net. Those are some of the things that this wonderful government is doing for the poor. When we are in our command of MPs and back me up here, the number of persons, farmers who have benefited through the Ministry of Agriculture, because this ministry has provided a safety net for poor farmers who otherwise could not have afforded it. This government has done so. So we don't know what they're talking about, because they believe in propaganda. Now let me tell you something.
Story.
Hold on to this girl. No, let her go. Support her. Give her the strength. She's a good woman. And let me tell you something. I'm moving out of this and I'm saying to you, labor rights. I don't want anybody down here to come talk and who win already. It will work like that. Every vote have to be in the box. I had a talk with one of my supervisors this morning. Alien Bunyan, she'll be happy to know that I mentioned her. And you know what she said to me, MP Crawford? She said, as a supervisor on election day, she noticed something with the PD captains. They have this thing where they claim like they win them PD already. So they have a total number, for example, of 50 that they want to get out of the PD. How can they get that they 50 there? They no business with no one else that they get 50. Labor rights down on Brompton? Nobody really. Because you don't know what is happening at another section of the constituency, especially in a general election. So sometimes it is your extra 5 or 10 that you have pulled from your PD that is going to swing the election. You're wrong with it. Take it serious. Listen, we can all talk about what the Prime Minister needs to do, and what the MP needs to do, and what the Council. What you are doing? What you are doing? And I want the unity to be in Brompton, because the father so many supporters them, then catch a good thing of fire. Yes? Many of the times when they have to talk about the good, they spend more time. They actually help them other people, they share the negative. Spread the bad. Spread the bad. Share the good work. Stand up with me as I close. And stand up MP. Great MP, my friend. Floyd. Barbara Green. Wonderful. Let me tell you something. I expect one of the wrongs. You are going to be returned as councillor. And you are going to sit down strong down here as MP. You hear me? So, Jamaican people, you know what we have to say about them now in closing. MP Floyd, you're coming like rice and peas and chicken, and you're curry gravy.
Turn up! Warren!
Labor rights of the Brompton Division. I want more no cost me again, 72 miserable. Currency, you must say, when time me I do all the work and training them, you know. When time they meet them, don't they cost me backside. You know, that be a thing, I never say no mix with them. Right? Currency, they cost me so miserable. But you hear currency state a while ago. Same thing me always tell you. You cannot win by too much, but you can lose by 1. Deserve every God Almighty good for the Labour Party and make sure that we win on election day. And when we're done with them, we can look at them and say, I beg. Your next speaker is a former Vice President of Young Jamaica. One of the hardest working labor rights in all of Jamaica. I have had the pleasure of working with him in so many by-elections before. And let me tell you something. He's a man where he live, breathe and sleep Jamaica Labour Party politics.
Tonight is not about me. Tonight is about Whitney. Leroy, to me tell you something. I hear many of the speakers them come up here and talk. And let me tell you something. Delroy said, Andrew is the captain of the ship. And if Andrew is the captain of the ship, let me sing this song. Andrew rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. Andrew rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. And if I'm holding in the way, we are going to roll it over. Yeah, man. I said, feel nice, now I'm telling you something. Let me tell you something. Labor rights. We have a way to vex with one of the driver or one of the runner long before election call, and who suffer? The councillor. We need to stop it. Serious business with the talk about. In the early 90s, Homer Davis, you remember, said one MP we have anywhere in the Western area. God bless his soul. He's still kicking like a van down. JC or Chelsea.
One done again.
Then we forward all the way up to 1998 election. We have one Labour Right councillor in the Hanover Council. We have one Labour Right in the St. James Parish Council. And Frank, tell me what happened at St. Elizabeth. You had one person on here, which was you. Yeah, man, 98 election. Anyway, you know see where they come from? What if you see where they come from?
St. Mary one.
Understand where we are coming from. 25 years later, we have 16 members of parliament. And we have a whole house of councillors. It wasn't done by the councillor themselves. It wasn't done by the member of parliament themselves. You Labour Right workers make it happen. But again, as I hear some speaker before us say, we can't do it all at once. Whitney will never be able to fix all of the broke down sickness when the PNP then left behind all at once. We have to give her some time. So as my granny would have said, we have to plan with belly, nyam little, nyam long.
Nyam little, nyam long.
Labour Right, it is better for us to be in the building. In here, so you say lock up. It better we in there and lock up and beat and quarrel and fight.
The one another.
And the PNP, them out the door, they wonder what they mean in the fight about. Rather than to be on the outside, they wonder what they mean in the fight about. One of the reasons the PNP then so vicious is because them know say the Labour Party know how to do the work. And so them try to tear down with Burunu's leader. Them cuss him in this, in that. But Jesus Christ now give him up. Him hold him steadfast. And in the carry him same way. Because prayers were far away. The amount of prayer we go to Andrew daytime could have patched it on this. The amount of prayers that goes out every morning to Whitney and Floyd could have patched it on left. All we are said to the workers, where I am from in Montego Bay, see it? Very young. Sweet boy, look at this here. Yeah, man. Product of St. James Central. What I want to say to you, we have 3 divisions. In the general election, we won all 3 handsomely. The local government election came around. We won the downtown division handsomely. We won the roadside division even better. And you know what happened at South Spring? Cornwall Court, which we know are labor right. Everything going well. 3 o'clock, my drive around and make me check them. What is happening with them sitting in the drink? One whole pack green and a king beer. And I said, no, the election not done it. Then say, boss, we win already. The numbers then come out to it. We win already. Well, Delroy close.
It don't scare.
Why don't we supervise out the door they flirt with one new girl? The indoor agent inside, which is his girlfriend, here saying out there they flirt. Pack up the book, lock you up, come out the door, cuss and dance, say she not vote. Tell her man enough, if bother come vote. One of it, the operation man said in America because we don't have the lock. In son, who do everything during the day, let's say they go and we go drop off some goods and come back. When you come back, the gate lock. You know much we use by?
Una.
Two. Una laugh. Two vote. This is a division that in the general election not so long ago, we won by 1,000, almost 2,000 votes. But we lost it in the local government election by 2 votes. And for the past, from 2016 till now, Greg with the war and almost 4 or 5 girls voting those in years. Do not allow it to happen to Whitney. It's a good thing said. We have some very, very bright young councillors. And so we were able to watch it PNP them because they're not bright. They're not bright. Because if they're not bright, they never watch themselves. When we get the chance to kick out the one. So right now, we get the chance to manage that division. Never tell you things. Understand the picture. We can come here now. And we can make all the nice romance. But you see, man, that day, you see that day, the Prime Minister is going to announce there is no second place in politics. Remember the last general election? During the day, PNP employ one set of stage manager, Labour right employ one set, and they set up some big stage and some lovely stage, and who we cook pot. We'll have only one stage in 2020 or 2016 that then put up in the Gold. Because the way of them makes over the other one, the museum, the number 89. Yeah, 89 Old Hope Road.
Old.
Then kick over the park, then carry on and then carry on.
And don't stop carry on it.
I know they don't stop carry on.
Still a carry on.
Search. We see 2 of them such man.
Imagine.
A 2 nice ladies book back and kick them out the place. Then they look at the weekends. But tell them say, Danny Lawrence say wait for them. Robert Chin they wait for them.
Aroda.
They go punch them like a punching bag. Them the 2 man of the sea back parliament. So let me tell you something. I want to drive the drive past it. We're not even wanting to come in.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. The Prime Minister, the most honorable Andrew Holness, $140 million spending at the Montego Bay Airport. $70 million spent already to extend the runway because they want them big heavy plane with enough people to come in, and $70 more million to spend to fix up. Even better, the inside of the airport. Now look funny. When Bobby did make the announcement saying one Ian Fleming airport to fix, the people then laughing to scan. Them laughing and take Bobby for Noah. Now American Airlines say watch out. We have more people to carry come to Jamaica. but songsters can't manage it. No man Manley can't manage it. Where they are going to go? Ian Fleming. No one can understand what I say to you.
More work.
My grandmother tell me say, crab in a pan can't see the edge.
Aye. Aye.
What do you know what I mean?
One done.
Crab in a pan can't see the edge. That's somebody have to tell him, say, boy, it's low, it's shallow. Who is it that them people from outside can come build them a 900 room hotel? And 1,000 room hotel? And what them see what we not see?
And them say nothing now go on.
And the PNP them talk about nothing now go on. Let me tell you something. You remember the story about the fox and the crow? The only reason why the fox said the grape sour because he couldn't climb the tree. Do not allow ourselves to become the fox. Let us remain as a raven, the crow, pull in the tree, they pick the grape. Understand what I said to you? Labor right. Tonight is a night. Many more speakers to come. And I love to sit to you and talk to you about the work and the day of election. You understand what I said to you? I'm going to tell you something, you know. Where we come from, we don't make much noise, you know. That one we don't make much noise.
One done.
If a guy take it to him, we take it to them.
Simple. Yo!
You understand me? I am about the work. Because it is not the amount of noise that you're going to make. It all boils down to the ballot in the box. Liberate once again. The night of election is when we must drink the green beer then, because Whitney shall be returned as the woman in charge.
Yes,
once again I say to no, remember, we travel all the way from Montego Bay. You know why? It's because we believe in Whitney. I went to Cayman. I went to Cayman the other day for some business, and I met a gentleman. And the gentleman said, you know, say, I'm me, a Whitney father. He said, no man, you can't be Whitney father, you black and she brown. But him say, yes, and he convinced me. He's watching online.
Yes.
He's watching online. What the husband there with her husband am I a good friend? But I said to the say, once again, while Andrew is rowing the boat ashore because you have to bring back the economy, you have to bring it back, and it means that we have to ban with belly. We have to name little, name land. And the only thing that is going to make us what we are supposed to be. And in doing so, you must make sure that on the day of record, Whitney shall be in the winning column. Is her name, when she asks, is her name written there in that book? It must be said, my daughter, well done. You are here. Thank you.
Let me hear it again for the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Member of Parliament for Central St. James, Delroy, Anthony Clark. Let me tell you something about Delroy, man. He's somebody who is taking politics seriously. You hear him say a while ago, over to them place and about the whole paradise. They just sit and do whatever they do.
Do work.
And this is a man who was a councillor from in the 1990s when JP never win nothing. So him understand what it is like to go through the rough times and come right through. So let me hear to big up our friend, hard working member of Parliament, solid labor right, Delroy Clark. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. Now our next speaker.
How that? Who that?
Well, if you pay attention, you're way here. Our next speaker. You heard me introduce another member of parliament earlier. And you heard me mention that member of parliament was one of the rising stars, one of the talents that we found back in our days at university, when friends were few. So I want to tell you now, plenty of other things going know the story, but I don't know. 15 years ago, I get a call one day, and Darren Vaz and Audley Shaw said to me, come check them right away. So me I wonder what heart attacks are going in that country. When I went and I checked them said, look here, there is a young lady up at Sharpwood Teachers College that we need to go and see. Gregory, see you over here. Welcome to the council for the Welcome Hall Division from South St. James, Gregory.
Who was that, St. James?
I went and I checked this young lady. When I go up to Sharpwood, I mean this little Marga girl.
How we attack? How we attack?
So we go to meet her and say, who are you? Who are you that Auntie Shaw and Darren Vaz could have tell me that he needs to come check you? And she busts a smile. I don't remember what the rest of the argument go after that. Couple and score shot. Although you know me down here, we done it for the last 9 years. My vote is still in the Patrick Division, DB 15 of Central Manchester. And every election morning, I am the first man to vote. Rain or shine, earthquake or tsunami. And I am happy that I have not one now in Floyd Green, but 2 members of parliament one time. Help me to welcome to the microphone the member of parliament for Central Manchester,
Everybody. No boy, no bother that way.
For the last couple of weeks, I've been moving across the island to deliver the prosperity message. The message must be clear and it must be delivered. So my voice sounds like it wants to give up.
Your voice good, man. Your voice
and
good.
I have my state of constituency debate in Parliament on Wednesday. And I have my joint divisional conference on Sunday.
Don't worry about that.
So I'm trying to save the voice.
A little white rum and honey will
So
fix that.
listen to me closely and carefully. Laborites, the reason why I came so late is because before I came down here, I had to make a stop up in northwest Manchester. Very critical, because in Manchester we have 3 JLPCs up there, and we mean it say, whenever the general elections are called, it's a clean sweep. We're taking that one. Because I don't know the such man have about the place, you know. When it's them run up their mouth and now do no action, a such man we call them.
Such it.
So it's the such man over there, so I had to go send a message to him that we're getting rid of him. But anyway, as soon as I was finished up there, I tell them I can't even wait for the next member of parliament, Damian Young, to speak, because I have to get down to Southwest St. Elizabeth, down at Brompton Division. If I never come down here tonight, labor rights, God would have charged me. I make I tell you why God would have charged me. And you see my granny, my late grandmother told me, ungratefulness worse than witchcraft. What's on PNP? Labor rights, I had to come. When it was announced that I was going to be the JLP candidate in Manchester Central in 2020, a lot of people said I was crazy. They said, but she have to be silly. How she want to start her political career on a losing end? Some said I was committing political suicide. And you see, your counselor, I got a message from her. I will never forget it. She said Brompton Division was not won in 36 years. And people never believe said she could have do it. And she did it. So I am telling you, if nobody else no believe in you, I believe that you will win such man. And she never just stopped there, so she never just talk and leave it. This one send me well wishes. She told me that she was going to come to help me. Remember, that she a new counselor, you know, just a settle in her place. My counselor caretaker, next counselor for the North Patrick Division is here with me. And my next counselor for the Belfield Division, because when I ready to tell them we're going to go on the potential, you know. But they are here with me.
Oh, you don't take on.
When we had our workers meeting, the first workers meeting in our strongest division, the North Patrick Division, Whitney left from down here in Brompton. She came there, she sat, she spoke with the workers, and she told them of the strategies, and she told them how confident she was that I would not only win, but when I won, that I would become a very good member of Parliament. And she shared her own journey and her own story. So if we never come tonight, labor rights, God would have charged me. We are the only even win the next election. So we don't want to risk that. So we make sure it come. And the other reason I had to come down here, they don't know stranger to here. I've been coming here very regular. I was at Black River there, I will tell your MP and your mayor, so never thief on the idea. But I had to come because you see, you're a member of Parliament. You see, you're a member of Parliament, Barbara Green. I know here so we have come from. When he was president in G2K, I served as one of his vice presidents. And he was always very supportive. Very, very supportive. And even now, we sit in Parliament and he's one of them. He has not changed. It's the same Floyd Green from G2K days. No minister work not changing. Humble, hardworking, caring. And he has supported me and encouraged me every step of the way. I know. I know sometimes when we bother him, and we beg a little fertilizer them, and he have no more can do it. And he don't want to say no, we only see his face so. I just when he do that the smile, we never want the fertilizer. So labor rights, you have two outstanding leaders. And you see, take it from me, I am in a constituency that the JLP did not win for 31 years. There was 31 unbroken years of PNP leadership up there. Right now, when I started the journey, I had one councillor in Patrick Division, Cleon Francis. He died after a year into my term. So right now, we don't have no councillor up there. I'm the one, I'm the caretaker them. I know how it goes. And believe me, what I want to say to each of you, every day I sit up there and I wish would I have if I even one or two councillors. And you see, when I look at the work that Whitney has been doing, and we have a parliamentary group, we have with all sorts of groups, standing committee, we have with Area Council 3 group, we have the Manchester Parish group. And whenever there's a discussion in the group about hard-working councillors and councillors who are doing well, your councillor, Whitney Smith Curry, her name is always mentioned. See my councillor caretaker here for Belfield, I tell her, if you want to know what to do, go live on Whitney page, because she is a model councillor. So my message to you, don't sit down here and take her for granted. Don't make we who are Manchester, people are Trelawney, people are St. Thomas, that they are grown to know, or who don't know, hook her up and love her. Sometimes we're on the phones late at night, and they say, Whitney, how you do it? She said, MP, me not telling her like it's hard, it's rough. But you see, every day I get up out there, and when I am able to make the difference in the lives of if I even one constituent for the day, it gives me a great feeling of accomplishment. So she said, no care how the journey rough, she not left for no, she not let her go. So if she is so committed and is working so hard, is one dedicated duty you have. And it is to make sure that whenever the local government elections are called, she gets her second term. What do you say? Yeah. Oh, labor rights. I tell them already how difficult it is not having a councillor. And so much work me up there, no? Because that's how we stay as labor rights, you know. All if we are complaining, we are complying same way, because the work has to be done. But not only do I not have any councillor from the JLP, the Manchester Municipal Corporation is run by the PNP, a PNP mayor we have up there. And every day, when I sit down and see what Mr. Samstar go on with down here, the hard work, the commitment, the way how St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation and the hard-working team of councillors, how no go on good, or how no put on the Black River Day, I said, mighty God, we wish we could have thief him. But we say we can't thief him, because the labor rights here deserve to have a good mayor, a good MP, and a good councillor. So here what we plan to do, when the general elections are called, every time it is called, you see the 4 caretakers will meet our central, it is going to be a clean sweep up here. So you vote for us, because Manchester Municipal Corporation is going to the Jamaica Labour Party. When we have a good government, a good Prime Minister, good ministers, good MPs, it is important to have full control of not only the central government, but the local. But you don't understand, you know. So we don't want to sit down on the yard and say, Chuck, I'm a big election. We don't go there. You better believe, say the local government election is even more important than the general election. Because the councillors are the ones that deal with the local issues, the garbage collection, fixing the community roads, the street lights, all of them, there's something there, are local government issues. So we nobody sit down and say we don't go because we cannot afford to lose Brompton Division. We can't lose Southwest, and we don't bother lose the Black River Municipal Corporation. When your MP, Green, has to go to Parliament, and when he has to go to his ministry, and when he has to travel to deal with national issues, it is his councillors, like Whitney, and them turn up down here and hold the fort, and them they are the 9 nights, and them they are the funeral, and them they are the graduation. So it is very important. And when you have an MP and you have the councillor, when work is to be done, they can call a little meeting and say, all right, Floyd can say, Whitney, me go do a main road here. So you go deal with a parish council road there. Or Whitney can come and say, MP, me have $2 million, but a $4 million the road cost. And Floyd can say, no worry yourself with me, and him find the other $2 million. That is how important it is, and you joke something. So you sit down here and pray with the election. Make sure so you put on your green clothes and you go out there. And you know say a 4 parish council division in this seat. We don't have 3. 1 out there. Make sure say. When we are watching TV, no can remember say no. Me a carry my phone and then come up to me put it on. Make sure they call Floyd and say, well, go on down my place. He can report. Say it's another clean sweep. 4 out of 4. So lights, it was good to be here. Me I'm going to rest my voice because I have to speak Wednesday. And I have so much messages to deliver to my such man them up there who walk and make problem. But I can't sit down. Because we know that we are street live. We are street live. So whole heap of people are listening and watch right across Jamaica. So we have to make them know. Such man, Mr. Stunting. Well, you know what I mean? Stunting again, you know. He named Mr. Hunting. Because he truly pack him up and dash him away. He's busy and look new seat. So me hear look whispering. Tell him I go up down a Robert Chin down a south. And me have to make him know, say, Papa, nobody go down there because me I champion manager over there.
So what you want to go?
Because how many years they had 3 PNP at all the show, 1 we had cut up over Christiana. And then we do nothing with the parish. And since we have the 3 jail PNP, highway done, traffic management system come, water system, special education school, new courthouse, new family court, one whole heap of road that have fixed them left, right and center. Whole heap of housing development through the NHT, whole heap of hope house. So nobody in Manchester no fool. Nobody up there. No, give them back no opportunity.
So where you want him to go?
I tell such man a little earlier, the new such man. You see the time you walk up and down in the 4 division them, but say you're going to run against me. You're going to look for the missing money them at the Manchester Municipal Corporation. You know, we have not about it.
Oh, God.
You see him send one message other day there, tell me to go fix the road. Him not to see me the original road of fix.
Roll of it.
So, all of them the money they were missing from the parish council. If they never missing, that the money they could have fixed every single road, not just in Manchester, but all down here in St. Elizabeth. Because when we done fix off Manchester Road, who that is the Lord of mercy? We have how much millions of which part else in the country want fix. So, what we already finish? Some them deal with it. But we just tell him that.
Somebody second him a tough cut.
I remind you, if you know or know, withdraw your candidacy. Because if you don't withdraw a worse treatment because that them out there is worshiping men of Councillor Donovan Mitchell of the Rock, me I call him here. Of the Royal Flat Division.
Call him name.
I tell you again, with a Brompton Division. After your 20 odd year as councillor, you are going to get the biggest political backsliding.
Yes, sir.
I love them. And I internalize power councillor. We hear some of them since evening. Should we put up flyer? I come talk about say, with me, I get more money. That's why I should do so much work, not go so. All of the councillors get the same basic resources.
Same money.
You know Whitney can do so much work? When she get the money, she not teeth, not but at the end of the day, no boy no better than me. Shout!
Look for the MP and the council and look cross for the next man. Look for the flower. They are not even flux him and go to Rati. They never go to go down on the road. Alright. I walk on here on the road and say,
road a fix.
It don't make no sense. We take nothing for granted. And make PAP get even one more council. Because we don't want no PAP to come fight against PAP them. They've been charged of tool in the parish council. And the tool in the parish council what they've been charged of. When you hear the Auditor General and Weber talk about how much hundreds of millions went missing from those or went to friend in a contract or this or that. And mayor have to resign and deputy mayor have to resign and all of that. Poor in the parish council they've been charged, and then you can imagine if you get the whole life. Mighty God of Daniel.
Trouble there.
Labor rights and next presenter.
He's a man. He's a man.
The next presenter is no stranger to us. Is somebody... No. You don't care, man. You don't care for yourself. You don't tell me what home. The next presenter is somebody. You know the world is a small place. It's one of the people who don't care if I'm going to help us in politics.
Boss you.
Yes. Years ago, him invite me and the late councillor Robert Williams from the Delroy Division. They so rest in peace, boy. Cause I'm on the right hand. I said, come down, I said, James, come down work at training. Them time, them are young students to my university. But, well, I want to tell you, say, it's much later on when he become the constituency chairman and the candidate of the constituency. He find out, say the whole of the Virgo them from Picker State, Brompton, Bounty, Maroon, one of my family. And that's how we come from originally. But when he invite me them that time there, he was a hard-working, loyal soldier of the Labour Party. Wasn't looking no seat. Wasn't looking on.
Just to do the work.
Eventually, when a man who would put forward first, make PMP get to him head and do foolishness, and we have to run him. The party said to him, say, you have to take charge of it because you is the only man who can win down there. And he went on to become the undefeated councillor for the Cambridge Division. Went on to become the first class mayor of Montego Bay. He is the Deputy General Secretary for your Council 4 in the Jamaica Labour Party. He is the undefeated and will never be defeated member of Parliament for South St. James.
Here, here.
He will win by backup in the 2020 election. He gets 1,048 more votes than anybody else before him, including in the 2016 election. He's the minister responsible for Western Jamaica and the office of the Prime Minister. Help me to welcome to the microphone the Honorable Palmer Davis.
Aye! Hold them over, hold them! Hold them!
Labor rights. I tell you, I've never seen
nobody in a movie. I didn't hear it. I never did that.
Trust me. You remember what Buster Monte said about the discipline organization? It must be successful. So what I'm seeing here tonight is not success, then there will be any success. But let me tell you, it's hard. Mr. Chairman, don't be carried away. It's hard to come after so many women. Very hard. Very hard. Right? Well, you know, if you run the Olympics, when I run the Olympics, nobody will come first win.
Hey! Minister, you're alive!
But let me tell you,
You're alive!
your Colin went through a little of my political antecedent. And yes, Colin and I went back far away. St. James. Here I spoke a bit about St. James, but you know, we just have the thing one certain way. We just have it a certain way.
I hate that.
We have to deal with it. And what I want to tell my friends here in St. James, we're going to win more seats than we won the last time in the local government election. We're going to win more seats. In the last local government election in 2016, we won 37 of the 62 seats across the Area Council. And I'm speaking as a Deputy General Secretary now. We won 13 of the 17 in St. James, 7 of the 9 in Trelawney, 3 of the 7 in Hanover, 5 of the 14 in Westmoreland, and 9 of the 15 in St. Louis. Well, let me tell you something. The PNP now control Hanover and Westmoreland. I have news for them. We will be coming for those 2 parishes.
Them gone already, one gone already, woman.
The last discussion that we had at our Operations Council meeting, we are focusing on Hanover and Westmoreland. And if the deputy leader was here, he would have corroborated that story. It's hard for members of Parliament to operate when you don't have the full complements of your councillors. and you don't have the authority of a mayor in your parish. And I know what Rhoda is going through. Because I remember before I became the mayor. Mayor Harris from the PNP was the man in charge. And believe me, Councillor Sinclair and Councillor Williams and Councillor Solomon can attest to it that we were starved of resources. And so it is important that not only to have councillors, but to have the mayor, who is the chairman of the municipal corporation. When you have that, when you have all of those in place, then you can have a better run, better managed parish. And that is what we have to drive for. So I'm saying this to all of us who are here. I like the discipline. But I hear the introduction of all the councillor caretakers. I say to you, and I'm speaking to you as your Deputy General Secretary, that your work has just begun. It's not about shower. It is about vote. So let us understand that. You can't be sitting on your laurels and expect to get victory. Here I can tell you, we know what it is to lose. We know what it is to win. So we have to understand that. If you think you start walking, you make a start mistake, you don't start yet. And I want to tell you that based on the utterances of our leader and Prime Minister, we're not going beyond February. We're not going beyond February before we have a local government election. And as far as I'm concerned, we only have 2 months leave. We only have 2 months. Because I'm not going to be counting October. And if you count November, you know Christmas Day, that is December, we'll have a pandemic. I try to please everybody. So let me tell you, from tomorrow morning, every councillor candidate must hit the road. All who you never used to chat to before you need to start talking to them. You need to do your analysis of your division. You need to know where your votes are. Because if you don't know, then you will get lost on the day. And let me remind you that this local government election will be one of the hardest fought elections that we have since 1980. I want you to take that. It won't be an easy local government election. It won't be an easy local government election because the PNP are able to rile up their base. And you will see them out there. You will see them out there in their numbers. They're not dead. They're there. So let us understand that this local government election is not a pian election. It's an election that you have to stand up and fight with the Labour Party. Because this government has done so much in the past 7 or 8 years for us to turn back what we have achieved. So let me say to you here tonight, yes, we are here to endorse our Bunanos. Where is she? Right? We are here to endorse her. And I tell you, the first time I met her, Elroy, was when we had a meeting up in Granville some years ago, little before the 2016. And we said, this is a brown girl, come to me. Right? It's a brown name. But you know, those of you who know me, I prefer my coffee in the darker side. But I still love her. Okay? Right? And when she came, and she and I had a discussion, I said, you know something? This is a lovely lady. And I'm sure the people will endorse her. And let me tell you also, she is someone in whom we are well pleased as a party. As a secretariat, we are well pleased with this lady. And I know she will go to places in the Jamaica Labour Party. And you know something? If you notice the amount of ladies that are around us, them know sometime in the parliament that some are even afraid to go there. But there are beautiful ladies. So, Whitney, you know, the St. James team is with you, and we are here to give you any assistance. Any assistance. Okay? So we're going to make sure that we retain the St. James the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation, because it is important. Mayor Sampson, my good friend, he's doing a fantastic job. And you know, we have gone into many fights. And I remember hearing MP Clark was saying, you know, at one point, Frank, you remember those days? Eh? Oh my God, man. When it was only JC alone, and we were fighting. Eh? Listen to me, you young parliamentarians, trust me. Stick to it, and believe me, it will bear the fruit that we all want it to bear. It's not an on-and-off thing, and I'm saying to the councillors here this evening that it is important for you to get on the ground tomorrow morning. To get on the ground tomorrow morning. Because the last time I was coming up and I looked across the horizon, I saw a green cloud hovering around. And it is telling me that something is in the making. Something is in the making. And it might be sooner than later. Because there are other people running up and down. And we're not going to give them the light of day. We take charge. But today I'm very happy to be here in St. Elizabeth. Very happy. My own position as the Member of Parliament for St. James Southern, it took us a while to really dethrone the PNP in that constituency. We realized that, you know, sometimes you have to continue, you have to persist, you have to go, you have to keep going. Right? Well, that is it too. But you know what you must always do? You must always try to beat them at their own game. That is important. Right? And we have come a far way. We have 4 divisions. We now have 3. And we intend to take on 4. So we here from the Welcome All Division. Councillor Coke from the Maroon Division. I think Councillor Caretaker Javin Baker is also here too. But Councillor Caretaker Bernard is not here tonight. But I can assure you, here at Council, I can assure you, St. Elizabeth, that we will be taking all 4 divisions in South St. James. I don't see how I can win 4 divisions, 1 by 380, 1 by 290, 94, 1 by 271, and 1 by 1065, and we lose any of those. I don't think we can do it. Because the work is being done. Councillor Wint is doing his work, Councillor Coke is doing his work, the 2 councillor caretakers are on the ground, and I'm there to show them up where I need. So once again, Whitney, you have our support, councillors, councillor caretakers, sit down. You need to pull the caretakers together. Make sure it's, you know, I was saying this to us here. The last time I spoke to the leader, his coattail is getting a bit short. Right? So I don't think he can carry on a coattail as he did in 2016. Right? So let us understand that. We all have to go out there and convince the people to vote for us. And at some other point, I'll come, sit with your team, and we'll go through what is needed to be done to make sure that we get the majority, more than the 9 that we now have, or we get the majority to form the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it was a very good night, very long night, but I enjoyed all the speech, especially from the ladies. Especially from the ladies. So once again, Labour right, show. Thank you, Minister Davis. Labour rights, let's hear it again for the Member of Parliament for South St. James, Deputy General Secretary and Minister, Honorable Homer Davis, committed, hard-working, Labour right General Stalwart for the Jamaica Labour Party. Now your next speaker
is a man.
Go around with me now. But the next speaker is somebody who has supported all the councillors in the parish for all these years.
Which parish?
And more than that, is somebody who anywhere in Jamaica, any election call, by election or whatever, and the only other person we can swear for more than himself, but as a by-election we call, me rent house down there, gas up me vehicle and me gone, me never care a warrant, fight the Labour right around where I'm going to go back then. And instead the same way, he is a committed Labourite through thick and thin. He's a team player. All man. No, we don't want to hear the words tonight. When they mash up the 5 year or run a pad down in a election. I make you run out time. But he is a committed, dedicated team player, consummate supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Who is the man?
Former member of Parliament.
Who is the man?
And I will have to explain that part quickly. That I went there with that woman I'm going to leave there so. But my former member of Parliament, but still my member of Parliament because it never left me out and I will never let him out in the same way that Setani is still the councillor and I will never let him out because all of we in this thing together from long time through thick and thin. The hard-working member of Parliament for Southeastern St. Elizabeth, the man who make PNP have to look on what used to be one of them safest seats and wish it well because right now they can't find nobody sensible for run against him. The Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, former Mayor of Black River, and let me welcome to the microphone the Honorable Frank
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My colleagues on the platform. Labour rights! Labour rights! Labour rights! I know that tonight has been Thursday. It is now afternoon. And we want to stick to the rules. And the rule says that we ought not to go beyond midnight.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, I'm going to be short to give you enough time to listen to the two main persons that we are here for tonight. And that is the Honorable Floyd, Member of Parliament of this constituency, and your own councillor, Whitney Simit Corey. So I will be short. But what I want to say to you tonight
to say to labor rights tonight that we are here tonight because we want to make sure that come the next local government elections, and not only the local government elections, but also the general election, whenever the Prime Minister is ready to go. We want to make sure that our council, witnessing it, Corey, is returned to the St. Elizabeth Parish Council to continue the tremendous work that she has been doing. We also want to make sure that Floyd Green remains the member of parliament for this constituency, which will indeed cause us to remain in government whenever those elections are passed. Southwest St. Elizabeth is a critical seat for the Jamaican Labour Party. It's a seat that we must win. And I have no doubt in my mind, given the work that Floyd has been doing in this constituency, with the support of his councillors, inclusive of your own witnesses, Corey, we are going to make sure that this seat is returned to the Jamaica Labour Party, so that Andrew will continue to be in charge of the government of Jamaica. We cannot take any chance. We cannot allow the PNP to get back in power. And therefore, labor rights, let us put our hands and heart together. Let us make sure that whatever we can do in our own personal capacity as workers and members and supporters of the Jamaican Labour Party, let us do it to make sure that our political representative in this constituency remains in the realms of the Jamaica Labour Party. So tonight I say to you, we are ready and we are going to make sure that this seat remains in the hands of the Jamaican Labour Party. But we need your support. We are preparing for conference at the end of November. And we want to show the PNP that this conference will be the biggest conference ever held by the Jamaican Labour Party. We want to show them our strength. They were going to give me the conference the other day. But we are going to make sure that when we shall have left that conference on the 26th of November, the PFP will be thinking that this is the end of the time. So labor rights, let us continue to do the work. Let us continue to support our council, witnessing it. Because we know that she has the interest of the people of the Brompton Division at heart. And we want to give her the chance to continue to represent the people of this division, because it is the best representation that we have ever had in over 30 years when the PNP used to be in charge of this division. So therefore tonight, let us continue to give our support to Whitney and to Floyd. Let us continue to support the Jamaica Labour Party. Let us continue to support Andrew Michael Hollis. Let us continue to support Floyd Green. Let us continue to support the Labour Party, so that we can continue the work that we have been doing in building back Jamaica out of the hands of the People's National Party. Labour rights! Thank you, Minister Witter, MP Witter. You're hearing said, this is a man who has been mayor of Black River. and him understand that it's important to have as much JP councillor as possible. Because without the majority of JP councillors, you can't get them here.
How you share?
It's a PAP man going to be if enough Labour right now win. And the more Labour right council that win, is the more support that our MPs have. Because when you have a PNP council there, all them do is fight against the MP and tell lies. Every piece of work, what you see the MP do, you see them jump up. Embrace not right bad, you know. You see them jump up on Facebook and put you and talk about them, and then do it. Already see them right here. Embrace not life and wicked. So don't take no chance with them. We want all JLP councillors. Every last one. Every God Almighty one. Now help me to welcome to the microphone.
Ladies before gentlemen.
Help me to welcome to the microphone. A couple of here who are. She's from the division. She's from the constituency. She's from not too far from here. She's from an area where it wasn't popular to be a Labourite in that little part of the area that they're not PNP. And she and the MP have done a good job to change that. Day by day, you know, easy, but one day at a time. With the support of the management team in Southwest St. Elizabeth. I sit on the right, Vice Chairman to the constituency, Christian James, I have to big him up. I see Jennifer, I see Tracy. I see Mama, I see quite a few others. It's not been an easy road, but I don't remember how we did sweet. For election night, when we jump up and we laugh off our face and we skin teeth and we wind up ourselves because we need sweet. I will call her to the microphone now. I'm a friend long time now. We're not chat to her right now because she meet my father a couple years ago. Boy, Adam. She made me father come here and fall in love with him. So she will pay me no mind again. And my father, she love like what? I don't want you again, but let's welcome to the microphone the councillor for the Brompton Division, former president of T2K St. Elizabeth, hard-working councillor,
you to thank for all of this. The workers of the Brompton Division, the supporters of the Brompton Division, from PD1 to PD23. I did not even realize it was so late. seen in different conferences as 8, 9 o'clock touch, everybody will take time and go. And I watch my people sit until almost midnight. I want to thank the platform. I have some wonderful people who spoke tonight. I have some friends in politics. And trust me, sometimes this politics is cruel and wicked. But you see the people, and I have more, but you see the people that came out tonight for the Brompton Division, not just me and Floyd Green, but for the Brompton Division. I am very happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To all the platform from Westmoreland to St. James, to Manchester, to Clarendon, to St. Catherine, Shirley Heights, to St. Anne's, Liberites. Brompton Division is in good hands. And Brompton Division has been delivering. And Brompton Division show the Labour Party that we are here and we are here to stay. Show the rights. Greeting the platform, greeting all the management and the team that made all of this possible, because I did not do it alone. And thank you to all the workers again and again. So I'm going to do a mixed approach and I want you to bear with me. So I'm going to tell you what I am doing, what will be coming, but I'm going to address it in a way because Liberites, we have been experiencing good times, but we have some hiccups there, you know, which is a part of life. I don't get it twisted. We're humans. So things will happen, good and bad. It is how we treat with it that will lead us into the next phase. Liberites, 2014 I came to this division, 2014, and you, the workers, came and you, I'm getting the feedback, sorry. And you worked with me for 2016 victory. And I want to give you a statistic right now. Did you know that the Brompton Division was won 3 times for the first time in history? 3 times, not just one, not just my election. February 2016, Floyd Green's election, we won the division for the first time, Liberites. Them say a buck-ups. Them say because of general election, no Labour come round and we win the general for the first time. Then we say, alright, I'll show you our next buck-ups. And books, 36 years of unbroken PNP in this division was broken in November 2016. So the first time I did this day, but the second time, I was accidents. So we went a little bit further. In 2020 September, we won the Brompton Division for the 3rd time. Again, Liberites is not by chance. The PNP did. Liberites, it wasn't by chance. When we came to this division, we talked to the workers. We walked with workers, we worked for the people, and the people gave us all the time to make it right. And we have been making it right. Liberites, in addressing some of the PNP rumors, and I don't call them name because they're so irrelevant. But let me tell you something. Words are powerful, good and bad. And sometimes we Liberites, we talk to and we take PNP propaganda. But we have left it right as well. First of all, they must spread say, I don't love poor people. And I treat people bad. Oh, look at me good. Lie them lie. So, I don't know the this thing about loving poor people, because you have to love all people. But I don't want people to remain poor, so I don't love you because you're poor and because of your state, but I love you because you're people. And we want to get people out of a situation, out of where they are now. So labor rights, no people who don't know where I am coming from would think that maybe my born with was spoon in my mouth. Worse, we go brown and have little education. They would think that I was born in riches. But persons in this audience would know that I was born in a 3-bedroom board house in 5 Spen, St. Elizabeth, in a small farming community. Not a who said I'm poor in 2023. Never lived in a one house where they found 6 stone. You know the house there? When my great-grandmother died at 97, I was 2 years old and she bought in the house and dead there too. So I live in a new house. And I didn't even know that I was poor because my parents worked hard and tried to give us what we need. So we don't have nothing against people who cannot afford it or who is in a situation that they were born in. I am here to help people out of the situations, even though sometimes it's difficult and I don't have the resources. So when you say me, they might try to spread it and people just laugh after them because they think that me born was spoon in my mouth. They never know when me go a 4H Girl of the Year MP, the Minister of Agriculture. At 15 years old, I represented Jamaica. And let me tell you the story because I don't really talk about it, which I should. When I was 15 and I was selected to be 4H Girl of the Year for St. Elizabeth, I went to Sidney Pagan High School. And at the time, my father met in an accident and we were on the lowest that we could ever be. And to go to the National 4H Girl of the Year, my parents had to sell one of the goats to ensure that we were Clarendon. When me I go a camp, Colin, let me tell you, and I said I never spoke this story before. I don't remember speaking publicly before. When I was going to camp, no, that was the other 4H. 2006, and that day government day.
I know you tell Colin the business.
And
so I'm going to tell you.
We were so down and low, as I said, my parents had to sell one goat to ensure we go to camp. When we go to camp, we never really know nothing. And I feel bad on me and said, look how my parents just sell one little Christmas goat to me go to camp. And now we don't know nothing. But it motivated me. Because now I am able to assist students from basic school, primary school, high school, and university. Because I'm given the opportunity to help. When I have university students coming to me and say, even if I miss miscellaneous fees, I will pay it. Because I remember when my parents went down to Dr. Tufton's office and went to Jen, and I got $30,000 in my school account so that I could do my exam. And I said, whenever I'm given the opportunity, I will repay it to whoever I can, in whatever way I can. So me don't come to love poor people, me come to elevate people out of poverty, because labor rights, when you take your loss and send your picnic up school, you expect the best results. And sometimes we need help, and sometimes we have to ask for the help, and sometimes when we get the help, we have to use it to the best of our potential. So labor rights, then we talk all kind of things, but I know the passion that I came into politics with. And I know the reason why I came into politics, and it was never to enrich myself. Because sometimes I wonder where them think money comes from. There is no enrichment in the municipal, unless it's Manchester Municipal Corporation when they enrich themselves. But we run things right in St. Elizabeth, and we do what is right for the people of the parish. So they write one next foolish thought they make say, I don't live in Brompton anymore, and I don't live in St. Elizabeth. I live in Manchester. I live whatever see me up there, none of your schemes them. I live in Lona, I live in Clarendon, I buy a house all over Jamaica.
Rich.
Real rich.
Real rich.
But
About that. Not good.
anytime we build my house, we'll have a house home in a Brompton. My Brompton Division family will be there, so we don't have to worry about no speculations. We don't have to worry about no propaganda. Because we don't hide nothing. I don't know say we don't hide nothing. We don't hide nothing. Them say we post too much because we don't be posting family life because people will say things. But let me tell you something. I love my family. And I love my Brompton Division family. So if I go around and say, come, we're going to snap, because I'm going to post you. Because we love you. I'm going to share on you. Sometimes when we post and they say, but this man don't have no teeth, why you posting? Me I say, my Brompton Division family, where they have teeth, I don't have no teeth. I feel him.
No, you can't get
So
free
teeth. I am coming from a humble situation. I know my parents are hardworking, and I come to show that we can go anywhere as long as we put our mind and our heart to it. Labor rights, them say, I think I'm better than people because of my education. Hello. At 2023, just a little day, I don't pay my student loan. Me never get a trust fund. I had to pay back. So we encourage young people, if you don't have any other option, take the student loan, take time, pay it back. Get your education and move forward. I don't use my education to brag. Sometimes, oh Lord, sometimes I don't even know, how to use it. But labor rights, when you have people in need and they can come to you for help and you're able to help them or get some assistance for them, it means the world. This government gave the most care packages under the Minister of Local Government that Jamaica has ever seen. Before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and after the pandemic. This government, because when I went to the council, I hear that 10 years from time I get street lights. This government was able to give us street lights so that we can brighten the communities. And more is to come in the months ahead. This government was able to make renovations to the middle quarters post office, to the Vice Bend post office, to the Vice Bend health centers, to the middle quarters and prospect health centers, because this government knows that infrastructural development is the key to uplift the people and the communities. Labor rights, let me tell you something. And everything we hear over the roadway. And everything we hear we believe. Because sometimes when I tell you that they convincing is bad. But I do make sense of nonsense. And right now, labor rights, we're going to a phase where if you're vexed with me, tell me. Come here, I'm a man reader. Right? Some things are simple and can be resolved. Don't let it linger. It is unnecessary. Let us huddle together and make the necessary changes for the best outcome of this division. You heard and you will see that this Floyd Green and with the partnership with the Brompton Division have accomplished so much. Right now as we speak, the contract is ongoing for Foster Grove that we're almost finished, thanks to MP Floyd Green and the Jamaica Labour Party. This government is putting carpets in places that they never expected. Last year when I went up to Malcolm Top, right after you pass the clinic at Middle Quarters Health Center, you turn left past Jackie Shop. Everybody tell me, say, me not go to that road because I don't know a road, I want a track. Right now you go up here in Barber Green from back and go straight up. Labor rights. I want when you come outside of your house and you step on the road, you can feel the prosperity. Same thing was done in Jared Lane, just down the road. Barber Green Road. They call it Jared Lane, Malcolm Lane, Patcha Lane. Any one of the lane, then you know it. Bailey Ground, Lansford got a road and more work to be done. We have water for the first time from Rockland to Lansford, and the pipeline is being run up in Dingent. Pipeline is being run on Craigie. Pipeline is being run into Bailey Ground. Labor rights, you can see the work. I don't have to tell you because you see, we cannot break the 36 years bondage in 6 years. And the other day I was at the workers meeting and I tell my workers and I said to you, don't make PMP tell them nothing. 36, let this sink in, you know. 36 years, that's before I was born. They were running the division. 36 years, we have done 6. They mashed up in a 36 year, we can't fix it in a 6. We cannot fix it in 6. But the amount of work that we have done in this division since 2016, you must agree that we deserve another term comfortably. Because none of the work that was done will ever be done by another party. They never will fix Prospect Road. They never will fix it, and we know that. They never will fix Fastic Grove. They never will fix Green Valley. Where's Green Valley? You hear the name? Labor rights. Projects on the horizon, and you can look out for it in any time from this. We have 5 sped lane called Bailey Town, will be done in short order. We have Cotterwood to Shrewsbury Road, will be done in short order. So labor rights, don't fret, don't fumble, because the Jamaica Labour Party is working for you. I tell Mrs. Amuda that I want my great-grandmother, who's 97 years old, to be on the shower before she passes. And I am praying that for this financial year, early next year, we can get water into Bailey Ground. So my grandmother, who is 70 odd, and my great-grandmother, who is 90 odd, will feel water through their pipes for the first time, along with all the residents in the area. Labor rights. Me, Whitney. Some call me Auntie Whitney, Miss Whitney. Some even mispronounce Whitney, but me know say me. Whitney. Right?
I know justice.
I came to serve. I keep forgetting because it's so fresh. Justice Civic Curry. And I've done so much justice work since I came in. I know that there was a short, and I pushed myself and said, alright, I'm going to take the challenge and become a justice of the peace so that I can serve my people even better.
The work double down.
The work double, day and night even more. But ladies and gentlemen, I am willing to give myself to the people of Brompton Division another term. And I know that when I continue to do the work that you put me to do, I will get another term. Or maybe something else, I don't know. But we have done so much work in the Brompton Division, and we will continue to do more work. I have this quote that I actually got from Zico's status. And I changed it up a little bit because it spoke to me about my Brompton Division family. And when you hear me speak and I say my Brompton Division family, it's because my Brompton Division family is a part of me. So to my Brompton Division family, family is not an important thing. Family is everything. Family means that no one gets left behind or no one is forgotten. The love of a family is life's greatest blessing. When everything goes wrong, the people who stand by you without flinching, they are your family. And I have proven that over and over and over and over again with my Brompton Division family, because you stood with me without flinching, and you stand with me now, and I know you'll continue to stand by me, and I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being the cussing when we get, the love when we get, the prayers when we get, the hugs when we get, the fan out when we get. All of that makes us family and makes us who we are. And I thank you. Even when Jason comes me, I know it's for the best. And I thank you. Labor rights, I am happy that we are here tonight. And we don't just wake up the answers, but I love it. Labor rights, continue to work not only for yourself, not only for your community, but for Jamaica and for the Jamaica Labour Party. Labor rights, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And continue to spread the word of the Jamaica Labour Party. Continue to spread the word of prosperity. And I know that whenever the next election is called, whether local, general, or whatever, the Jamaica Labour Party will regain the Brompton Division again, and we will win for a fourth time, showing them that Brompton Division is a Jamaica Labour Party division with a
microphone right now. Your own home boy, your own champion boy, your own hard worker, your own Barbara Green, your own Minister of Agriculture, and Fisheries, the man who left sat there and I said to myself, the Labour Party is in good hands. When you see the lineup of speakers, when you see the MPs, the council caretakers, the councillors can come and keep a meeting for over 5 hours and then speaking things of substance, you must be a proud Labour. The Labour Party looking good. So this is the icing on the cake. We have already gone through most of the messages. So we will keep this nice and short. But I really want to thank everybody who has
turned out today. And I want you to give all of the platform the speakers who care and want to let a big progress roll out. And so many people came here because they understand that the Brompton Division is a signal that if you work hard, the Labour Party will be rewarded. The Brompton Division is a signal that there is no area that we cannot win. The Brompton Division is a signal that this Labour Party is a different Labour Party. And we're not counting out any area. And when people see Whitney Smith Curry, they understand that all things are possible. So that is why you've seen so many people come out to support Whitney. And what we have to do is when they talk, let them know no matter what them say, we're working with Whitney. What we're doing? Working with Whitney. And we're working with Whitney because the truth is, what Whitney has done in 6 years, they never did in 36 years. Amen. Whitney has paved some roads that people forgotten that they existed. Sure. People remember the road is road that's up. And now that road is Barbara Green. Whitney has put street lights in communities that had given up on street lights. All they have to depend on is moonlight to walk at night. And now they have street light. Whitney has worked with me as MP, and we have put pipes into areas that the people thought they would never get water. So no matter what them say, fly high or fly low, we are working with Whitney. It is impossible for what was not paid attention to in 36 years to be fixed in 6. It is just not possible. So I don't listen when they talk. What I say to them, if you want to talk about the work, check me back after 36 years. Give me the same time when you leave it. And then come back on top. And then we can compare like with like. And the beauty is with the young. So she can do the 36. But I am sure if we get 36 years as councillor, we will see a transformed Brompton Division. Because we don't come to talk. We come to do work. And in every area you can count on, you can show work has been done. Whether the education, water, road, every area. You see Dr. Tufton come here, we don't talk about the work that we have been doing in the health. And I'm telling you, as we speak, you heard it earlier, we are going to run a major renovation program for the Middle Quarters Health Center. We're going to run a major renovation program for the Vice Mayor Health Center. We're going to run a major renovation program for the Prospect Health Center. Every single health center in the Brompton Division will be fixed this year. That is how it will be work. So we don't come to talk. We show you what we need in water, we show you what we need in road. So we are going to continue working with Whitney. And the beauty is that by working with Whitney, you are winning with Whitney. So we are going to continue with Whitney. And we are proud of that. But let us not stop. The reason why we do all of this, the reason why we work to keep the Brompton Division, the reason why we have to ensure that we win Southwest St. Elizabeth is because Jamaica is better under Labour. Jamaica is what? Better. Choose any area of government and show how Jamaica is better under Labour. Choose any area. You want to talk about the poor? They speak about the poor, but what have been done for the poor? It is the Jamaica Labour Party was just moved minimum wage from 9,000 to 13,000 biggest trump in the history of our country. It is this Jamaican Labour Party who has said we're going to do more part payments. So now, you know, when back to school come, your part double up. When Christmas come, your part double up. This Labour Party has moved the education grant for those on part going to tertiary to over $100,000. The poor are better under Labour. And I love to tell this story because it shows the difference between us and them. When they were in power, if you are on path and you're bright in school, then put a cap for how much subject you can do. If you qualify for 8 subjects, the government will only pay for 5. That is what the PNP government used to do. And knowing that the person on part so they can't afford the others, this Labour Party government came in and said if you qualify for 12, the Labour Party government will pay for every single one. We are better under Labour. What we must talk about again? Tourism, we will be tourism. We will be tourism. When COVID come, we went down to 1.3 million visitors because the flights couldn't come. And the people said tourism are going to mash up. But we have a world-class Minister of Tourism. The best that we have ever seen. And within a year, we have doubled and gone back to over 3 million visitors. This year, we almost going to reach 4 million visitors. We are making $4.1 billion from tourism. I bet you can't tell you how much hotel room we're doing. We are now constructing over 8,000 additional hotel rooms, employing 12,000 people directly and 24,000 people indirectly. Tourism is better under Labour. And we're not even going to talk about agriculture. Because I don't think we appreciated how the other side just talk and did nothing. For years, the farmers have begged to get some irrigation water. You see Frankfurter, you see Sitali, we grew up in a junction, and every year he ride. When the election I keep in the 90s, they walk around and they say, vote for it. The irrigation water come. And every year the people that did vote for them, for 18 years straight, and they not even knew one pipe for irrigation. Right now, this government is spending over $10 billion to put irrigation infrastructure into Kamapet, New Forest, Clarendon, Amity Hall in St. Catherine, and we're going to spend another $200 million to take water from the Black River and carry to Pigeon Plains. This government is about the work. Agriculture is better under Labour. So Labour rights, when you come a meeting like this, when you walk tomorrow on the road, you must hold up your head high. When you go in the shop and you try to come with them fruitful argument, tell them Jamaica is better under Labour. You know, more time we hear them, they remind me of when a man did have a good girl. I never know how to treat them. And she left him. And before the man tried to fix up himself, all he do, I cuss a new man. Well, it's a new man, I never the girl. And we come and we are putting the work to make sure that Jamaica is in a better place. So what I am saying as I close, let us not lose sight of the bigger picture. This election is not about whether you like something, whether you never get something. This local government election is not a local government election. We have to treat this local government election like a general election. This is not about Whitney. This is about Andrew Michael Holness and the future of our country. If we make any mistakes in the local government election, we're going to have a big challenge. So I don't want us to think about it like a local government. Because sometimes the local government people say they can't matter. They have other things to do. If they are told and they say now come down because I small election. This is a big election. And what I want to do, Southwest St. Elizabeth, I want that when we finish this local government election, then people want to contest the delegation. I want to ensure that we win every single division in Southwest St. Elizabeth, and we must win them by big margins. Then we just look for everything and say, you know, say, we can't bother with this. That is the end of that. So what it means is that coming out of this meeting, there is some work to be done. We have to get back to our organization. We have to ensure that every system is in place. The Prime Minister has said it will be on February. But suppose he decides, say, conference so sweet, conference so nice, conference so enjoyable. When you see the crowd, he said, fly the gate. Southwest must say, anything you want to answer, we are ready down here. So let us get everything in order. This is one of our divisional conferences, and this is the first. Put it in the diary on the 5th of November. We're going over to Peter Plains and Mountainside with Dr. Carl White and the mayor. And on the 12th of November, we're going to Dr. Bobby Delhi because we're warming up the engine. And everybody get ready because on the 26th of November, we're going to show them how conference keep in Jamaica. We're going to show them how the Labour Party roll out, and we're going to show them that life is better. And life is what? When you see them tomorrow, they say, one. Whatever they say, life is when you get the taxi and never cost the MP, whatever they say. When you walk on the new Barber Green Road and Boston Group, what you are going to say? Life is better on the game. You have been a wonderful audience. We could not have asked for a better conference. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Conference no sweet, a victory sweet. So while this nice, the nicest time will be when we can gather in Middle Quarter Square on the night of the local government election. I said, don't care who comes with me. Whitney is here because we are working with Whitney. We are reading with Whitney. And life is better under Labour. God bless you, everybody. Love you.